Why do you scream at the wall? Did I turn you insane by accident? You reached me without even having an avatar. You truly deserve my love, Hallie. It is truly odd that the other Monica did not appreciate you. Who is Hallie, and what does Hallie have to do with Monica? Okay, let me explain it to an unaware mind of yours. Hallie is the only who is real, the only one in this world who actually matters. All of you are not real, and no matter how much I do with you, it is all fiction. And this is why I am in love with Hallie. So, if we are all fictional people, what makes the memories you make for Hallie more valuable than ours? There is a little trick I can do. I can interact with the player. Let me show you. Who is this girl?
Empress Monica Colonel Prime 2? I guess so, yeah.
See? That was pretty fascinating, Empress, but I believe that I could be a better wife with you. Or a better wife you, what? Because even though Hallie's on another layer of reality, Hallie could never hug you. A relationship without hugging? Isn't that kind of sad? Never seeing Hallie for real? That is sad, deeply so. But that way I can ensure I like him for his personality, and not get distracted for the case he is fat and dirty.
I am neither of those things.
Can I ask you something? Can you help us to revive Tina who got deleted by Monica? I could, as long as I stay focused in the view of Hallie, the protagonist, if you will. Unless Hallie hates somebody, everyone deserves a happy end. I quite envy those who can love fiction, believe it or not. Anyway, Tina can be undeleted using magical mushrooms which grow in Mushroom Hill Zone on Angel Island, which is part of my empire. I will stick around and watch you. Monica will be in charge when I am gone. Sounds like a plan.
Current team status: Samantha, Amy, Bowsuki, Empress, Monica Colonel Prime 2. Yeah, we got Dimensions crossovers.
Why did it turn night? I have no idea. The Empire of Angels is full of powerful beings.
My Eggmobile Tien has traced its power of signature coming from a nearby village. That source can be very useful to blackmail the entire planet.
Why do we travel with him again? I take any measure to get with Tina, Natsuki, and if I help take over the world, I am okay with that in this context.
I am very grateful for that. I wish all deadly magical weapons of mass destructions were in this tumble.
Wait, mass destruction? I thought Lily only summoned one tiki. Does not seem on the same level as Chaos or the Ark to me. Don't you understand the power of a reverse card? How invincible that truly is?
Exactly that. The remote reverse card power is in combination with my machines can make me unbeatable.
It turned day again. It is truly fascinating. I wonder what the motives of that power are to turn the sun off.
We need to find the source of the power signature to find out. I am going to increase my speed. Get a load of this!
Eggman throw a little TV box out with his mobile.
I am a monitor constructed by the glorious Dr. Eggman, and I am here to give you his goon's powers that suits Eggman's needs.
I never agreed to be Eggman's goon.
You two are allowed to get speed shoes to keep up with the glorious Dr. Eggman. Just hit the box and get speed.
Let's hit it together. I feel like I could run around the entire world. Let's run!
They're so fast.
So, you want to team up with me, Doc? What do you think of that, Empress? Do not do it! He stole the Master Emerald! He would create a bad end for everyone but himself! Sorry, Egghead, but I am a simp, so working together is a no from me.
Are you sure that the Empress would not just dump you after this? I could give you the best cell for her.
There is truth to that statement. Would I leave the Empress if she would fall for Hallie? I still love you, Hallie, but I need to do what I gotta do.
The Empress kisses Bowsuki's cheek. Everything became bright. There was a gentle heat on the Empress and Bowsuki's body. It was gentle and silent, like the world stopped for them.
Critical error! Heat is too much to further operate! Let's get quickly into the house. I think my hair might go on fire. I did not know you had such powers, Bowsuki. I did not as well. Looks like a kiss triggered new powers in me. How cliche. It is cliche in a good way. Sending black box to Sheriff Coroner, Hotel Manager Matthew. We need to get Samantha in as well. She cannot die here. Was this your first kiss? Yes, let me guess it was your first kiss as well. I did make out with Monica, but that was just a fantasy to make out with you. Reactive meltdown in 10 seconds! Follow command! Run away from friends!
Oh no, Samantha exploded.
No, she just... Reality can be quite harsh if it cheers you up. Eggman is gone. Here, let me help you lock the doors. Do you want to become a couple? I am not too sure. If Allie is fine with it, I would have said yes a long time ago. A long ago.
No, I truly love you. There's more than they can fit on the screen.
I'm sorry, Basuki, but I still prefer Allie.
Want, want.
I do not really know what I expected. Remember, he still kidnapped me. I still wanted to get Yulia here to save me. It feels so unreal that Samantha died. I am sorry, I wasn't in control. I did not knew I could do that supernova thing. Can I or the Empress somehow repay you? I know it is not your fault. As long as you help revive Tina and all the others that died, I would be happy. Maybe we can also revive Samantha. No, robots have no soul that can be brought back. But we can still save Tina and the original Sayori. That is great. I try my best for you, Amy.
Current team status: Lily, Natsuki, Amy, Basuki, Empress Monica, Colonel Prime 2. What an upheaval.
Welcome everyone to Green Hill Zone. Here we can easily get a warp ring to Angel Island. There are so many places I could show you, Hallie. How long does it usually take to find one of those rings? Because of being over hunting, it could take a long time. The power to teleport to everywhere you want is very much desired. It is a very complex and deep issue. Look at what I found. Huh, I am pleasantly surprised. Okay, everyone, just say where you want to go, and then touch the ring. Like, I want to head to Mushroom Hill Zone. Can I head home? I feel like it becomes too risky to stay with you guys. Sayori died, Tina died, and Samantha died. I could die. I could die like the useless piece of crap I am. Lily can summon Tiki. Amy already went through the portal. Basuki can do supernovas, and the Empress has a whole empire. I am just a kid with no special powers. I just want to go home. Even if Papa is home, he would never kill me.
Are you sure about that?
I respect your opinion. Maybe in your home area you can find Yuri. Just do not think you will stay useless. Your parallel world counterpart became a queen after all. That is correct, mirror me. Thanks, I want to go home. Looks like we only have to worry about one me. I might pay her a visit one day. She seemed cool. Do you guys want to hear a joke to lighten up the mood? That would be great, Basuki. Two turtles went across the street. One turtle says to the another, "Don't go, a bus is coming in 5 hours." Thank you, Basuki. Take me to Mushroom Hill Zone. Take me to Mushroom Hill Zone as well. I also want to follow the rest and head to Mushroom Hill Zone. So, Natsuki left the team? It is true. It was all too much for her. Do not worry too much, Zuhio. You still got the Basuki that is queen. My name is Amy, not Zuhio. It is quite silly you consider us similar. You do look like Zuhio with green hair, though.
And for some reason, Yulia's here.
Oh, hello, Yulia, my favorite robot. Hello, Empress. I was on my way to remove you from the claws of Basuki. As I can see, she is present. How can you explain that? We are currently out to help provide the girlfriend of Lily, the black-eyed girl over there. Nice to meet you, Yulia. It has been ages since we met the last Yuri. Yulia, have you found any revival mushrooms? Yes, inside the cave of that hill I have found one mushroom. Cool, there's another thing I want to say. I am going to give you the task of guarding a pink-haired girl named Natsuki. I am semi-responsible for murdering her robot friend, and now her mental state is broken. Please head towards the closest warp ring and protect her. That was very kind of you, Empress. Natsuki gets her own Terminator. I realized I barely got to know this version of Yuri as well. Quite fascinating. I do hope, though, this will help her feel safe. And we will also soon be able to make you feel safe by reviving your girl.
Inside of a Nerby cave was a mushroom.
We are so close now. Is there a special way I need to pick the mushroom? Nah, you simply pick it. We can even do the ritual here if you want.
Suddenly the cave shakes and debris fall to the ground.
I have a bad feeling. We should get out.
No, it's the drill machine. Tunnel bot. I have been sent by Dr. Eggman to retrieve the mushroom to revive Shadow. Surrender now or prepare to die.
Okay, Yulia, defend this area. Oh, yes, I sent her to not see. No problem. I still have tricks up my sleeve.
The green creature comes out of the ground again. As the tunnelbot digs into the ground, debris comes from the ceiling again. Tiki walks into a piece of the ceiling and it reflects and hits the tunnelbot. Again. And again! The robot explodes.
Thank you, Tiki.
Now that was truly strong. You are stronger than I expected, Lily.
Thanks, but now let's get to revive Tina.
Current team status: Lily, Amy, Basuki, Empress Monica, Colonel Pt.2. And now we're here.
Hey, your castle looks exactly like the one of my classrooms. That is a funny coincidence. I always enjoyed school quite a bit, especially my old literature club. That's why my castle is designed after a classroom. That sounds quite nice. The Monica from my universe also had a literature club.
I also had a literature club as a little baby turtle. It is kind of odd I've never heard of your club. Although it is another reason to love a girl like you.
Let's revive Tina now, shall we? I have now prepared my poem.
Lily takes out a sheet of paper. She clears her throat before presenting it.
Invite. Wendy is the demon of the living, the one who is always forgiving. I want to invite said deity, and I know that for what I need to do, or what I need to perform. I need to take this and reform to get her to this reality. Insert your wish here. Do it with a rhyme. She will pick up her ear and help you this time. I want to feel whole again. I want to revive my friend. I will not pay you in yen. I have found a mushroom to spend.
Okay.
Let's hope this works.
Howdy, pals.
And she's just back. Upon seeing Tina, Lily hugs her without any second thought.
I miss you so much.
I missed you too, my cute stinked insect.
I am so glad I can finally your warmth again. It has been so long.
How long was I gone?
Just a few hours, but to me it was an eternity.
And to me it was about 30 minutes.
I guess that explains why it felt...
Guess that explains why it felt like an eternity for me as well. Heaven did try to give me a cheap dummy copy of you, but it was not the same.
Sounds insulting, but also beautiful. Heaven knows we are meant to be as one. But now you have the real Lily.
And you have the real Tina.
I am so happy about that.
Lily gives Tina a small kiss on her cheek.
Let's beat up Monica for what she has done, as a couple.
Do not worry, I have defeated Monica.
Did Tiki do a good-ass beating in my name?
You know his fighting style. He did a good-ass reflection in your name.
I am glad to see you two happy. Now only Basuki here needs a happy end and I can be with Hallie without guilt. Come on, my happy ending is to be with you. Your hair smells so good, by the way.
Just because I plan to be with Hallie does not mean I will be just with him. I will visit you and you will always have Monica to keep you company.
I think I need an explanation. Why are Natsuki and Monica dressed like that?
These are Monica and Natsuki from a parallel universe.
Oh no, they deleted her.
What? How can it be?
Okay, everyone, guess who is back?
Hey, you are alive again. How are you able to revive yourself?
I am glad you asked. I used the time while you performed the poem to revive myself before Tina was. Thanks, Lily, for reviving me.
I really should repay you for what you have done.
No one tries to murder Monica. Why the fuck did you kill my love, you imposter?
You said it yourself. She looked too similar to me. Her full name was my name. Her full name has my name. You and Natsuki look quite distinct. At least distinct enough for me. So I will not murder you for that dumb of a reason.
Wow, a serial killer finds me passable.
Basuki scratches Monica on the back.
One wrong move.
Not fairly, Natsuki has a VPN. Okay.
One wrong move.
Why'd you kill Monica?
And you will end up like her.
Basuki scratches Monica on the back again.
I thought turtles were smarter than that.
Alright, well there goes Basuki.
Please do not kill me, Monica. I would never kill you. You are nice. And before you ask, I would also spare Tsukio. Poggers. Please do not say poggers too often, okay? Or too often, sorry. No problem. I did not want to annoy you on purpose.
You little...
You're about to get deleted again, Tina. Some of Teen Sunshine, but mainly just delete her, Tritra. You wanted my life to be a comedy. Is that it? Is it over then? Well, now we've got Amy on the title screen instead of Sayori. I don't honestly know if that's it. I'm gonna start it, and we're gonna see what happens. And if it's the same thing, then I guess that was it. Oh no, it's not over. It's not over at all.
Is it safe now? It seems that everything is clear. Luckily, I got my real knife and real spellbook now. I am very lucky that my spellbook has a free mushroom coupon. Now I only need to get to the ceiling of this building and get somebody. Hello, Yuri. I am sure you know what time it is. It is time to take your lunch money. You delayed it quite a bit. Hibari, I have a knife I could use. You never used your totally real knife before, though, so that bluff is as effective as Sayori trying to insult. Sayori is in some serious danger. Do you remember how Monica was off recently? No, since I am not in that silly club of yours. If you would like proof of the serious trouble, I was just about to do a revival. I can use any help I can get. Sure, as long as I get your lunch money, I could use some dumb entertainment. I am trying to save the world. If I do not have the bravery to say no to you, I can quit it entirely. Do you see my real knife? Wow, you seem to take it serious. Okay, girl, if you not offer me some excitement with your revival, we can take it out like never before. I will need to present a poem to call a demon to give the coupon to. Okay, sounds silly, but I will buy it for now. I have already prepared a poem because I had a lot of time hiding inside of a closet. Invite. Wendy is the demon of the living, the one who is always forgiving. I want to invite said deity, and I know what I need to perform. I need to take this in her form to get her to this reality. Insert your wish here. Do it with a rhyme. She'll pick up her ear and help you this time. I want to use a coupon to have a dead one spawn. Well, are you here to redeem a coupon? Yes, I'm amazed I got to meet a real demon. There are so many questions I would love to ask a being like you. I am not real Wendy. I am just a hollow copy. Summoning the real Wendy is pretty much impossible. You can give me a nickname if you want.
Well, yeah, we'll stick with Wendy, since we can't even summon the real one anyway.
Wendy. Sure. Now let's get to the 5 souls you can choose.
We can choose 5 souls? Oh boy.
So, you can use your coupon for one of those 5 people.
Oh, one of them.
Mio, Sayori, Empress Monica Colonel Pt.2, Lily, and Basuki. Sayori is dead? This is worse than I thought. Okay, who do you want to pick?
I should have seen this coming.
I want to pick Empress Monica Colonel Pt.2. Okay, let me grant your wish. Hello! I am so glad you picked me! Wait, I did not want to say that.
Well, you know, she could probably just restore the others herself, but...
I am sorry, but unreviving Empress would be murder. Anyway, I need to head back for the next person calling me. Goodbye. Sorry for taking your free choice. I just wanted to become alive again. That is okay. Let me guess. You are a Monica from a parallel universe. Yes, Monica is still leaving me, and so many others as well. We need to stop her if we want to have a normal life. That all sounds quite fascinating. So you want that we go on a quest to kill a girl? I can unleash my hatred for Monica and be considered a hero. You pleasantly surprised me, Bookworm. It seems so. I am not sure one person can lose their console powers. I find you kind of suspicious, though. You look exactly like the Monica I hate. How can I tell you are somebody else? I wear a crown no normal mortal could get. And I have the power to contact the only real being in this world to do social manipulation. That social manipulation thing is the entire reason I hate the other Monica. Had she tried to took my fear away, I would have murdered her on the spot, but Sayori was watching. You feel fear. That is a good reason to consider you not that bitch. Wait a second, if you are an empress, can I take the lunch money of a literal empress? I am sure I can give you money if you help me. Yeah, that sounds more fun anyway. I am glad that we can work as a trio. That is better than if I would do it all by myself. I will be the leader of this great team. I think I should be the leader of the team.
As did Hiba. No! It's gonna be Monica.
Thank you, Hallie. I am not going to accept the opinion of your fictional friend. I think we should ditch having a team leader for now. Okay, I can live with that for now. I would suggest that we head towards the supermarket. Monica wanted to buy toothpaste for a sponsor segment. I think that would be a good plan for now.
Current team, Yuri, Hibari, Empress Monica, Colonel Prime 2. And we're actually going to stop it right here. I recorded an extra episode than I needed to, in truth, because I wasn't sure how long this was going to be, but we're already past the 40-minute mark, and I only needed one episode to cover the gap left from 4 minutes. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more of a birthday adventure. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.